have 18 assists to 6 turnovers, and that's worth a 83-point performance, and that's awesome. Defensively, we still feel like we have lots of work to do, and I think our kids are really starting to figure out that this time of year, when you have one breakdown or one miscommunication, that it can really cost you on that defensive end. Teams are executing at a level to make you pay for every single mistake, and so we're going to have to keep figuring out and find a way to get better and keep improving on that area.
Have you had bench play like this before, this year?
Yes.
Three players on the bench,
Yes, we have. You know, and that's when we're playing our best. But you know, the other couple weeks ago against Oral Roberts, we scored 46 points off our bench. Today it was 35, and you know, I know first game of the year out at Drake, we had outstanding performances off the bench and great scoring. And so early in the season, we knew that that's going to be what makes our team special, is to have those contributions off the bench.
Especially when Taya is out and you have to move reserve up to get that. I mean, was pretty pleased with that, to move Heidi up and still get 35.
Right. I mean, I really think that yeah, I mean, we're still trying to figure out rotations. We're still trying to adjust to life out there without Taya. But I thought our kids did a really good job of finding ways to kind of contribute and help, you know, make some things happen for us. I thought Heidi's been doing a really good job the last couple of ball games of stepping up in the rebounding area, which is something that Taya always brings to the table for us. And you know, Rachel had 3 steals tonight, and she's asking, you know, what can I do in Taya's absence to kind of help bring something else to the table, and we challenged her defensively, and I thought she kind of came up pretty big tonight in that area, and so everybody just wanting to kind of pitch in.
What is her injury, and what's her status?
You know, we're gonna leave that at, she's got a leg injury, and we are hoping to have her back, but we just don't really know the timeline at this point.
Amy, second time for seeing most of these teams, and you're kind of the hunted. What kind of adjustments are you seeing your opponents make against your team?
You know, it seems like we've seen just a lot more zone defense here lately, and some pressure, and you know, late in game situations, some pressure, different defenses kind of trying to throw things off and keep us out of sync. But I think our kids have been prepared and ready to handle most of that, and done a good job of continuing to attack no matter what they throw at us.
Yeah, they were, you know, it was a close game up till like the last 5 minutes. You kind of pulled away there the last 5 minutes of the half, and you kind of maintained it. I mean, what happened there at the last 5 minutes?
You know, we talked at that last media timeout. There's 3.5 minutes left, and really going to be a critical 3.5 minutes to be able to try to stretch. And I thought what happened was, during that stretch, defensively, we really made a commitment. And we talked, and we had a few defensive possessions where we were able to get stops and come away, and then transition down and make some big buckets. But I think, you know, really, it always starts for us with that commitment on the defensive end.
It's probably one of the small goals, but to get 20 wins, and then you still have a month to go. I mean, how would you assess getting 20 wins?
I'm happy for that goal, but certainly that was not a part of this team's goal mix. You know, in the beginning of the season, it wasn't on their list to just get to 20 wins. I think that's something that's a measure of a great team, to get a 20-win mark, and so we're proud of that. But right now, we're mostly concerned with how are we playing, where are we at, and where can we get at the end of the season, and we still feel like we have some steps to take.
Well, where you're at now is certainly good. You have 4 games left, and you're on top of the league.
Yeah, 4 games left on top of the league, and we are extremely proud of that. But we want to stay there, and the only way to do that is to focus on one game at a time and to try to get better. I mean, we know that Denver's a tough place to go play, and our focus now is shifting to doing the things we have to do to try to sneak out of there with a win.
Coach, you talked about how defensively you have some work to do. Are you surprised tonight on how they shot it?
No, I'm not.
In the first half, you gave up some pretty easy looks.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all how well they shot it. They're a very good shooting team. You know, the big key is they got looks from their 4-player Shaw and their 5-player Kelly down inside in kind of open looks, and so that to me is kind of concerning, is to give them that many points in the paint, and from the free throw line we kind of fouled down the stretch and weren't containing penetration from Shaw very well, and so I think those are the things that are more concerning to me. I mean, we did have a talk at halftime about they have a prolific 3-point shooter in Remy Davenport, and she was 3 for 5 at halftime, and the biggest thing is we just feel like 5 looks from behind the arc for her is too many, and she got 3 more in the second half, and fortunately for us didn't make any of them, but thought it was a little bit better defensive effort there on her in the second half.
We waiting because at halftime they were at 50, high 50. We waited for that number to kind of dip because it never really did. I mean, they finished at what, 54? Are we surprised? Like every time out when you look at the box score, did that number surprise you?
No, not really. I mean, not really. Based on the fact that they were getting so many touches from their 4s and 5s and in the paint and stuff, that percentage is going to be pretty high when they're getting the looks they were getting. I think that we had to make an adjustment there in the second half. The way we were defending their ball screens to try to put our post players in a better position to be able to kind of get into good defensive positioning, because they were really making us pay for the high hedges on the ball screen, and so we had to make that adjustment and try to do a better job. But anytime they're getting touches in the paint, they're going to shoot pretty high percentage.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Thanks.